Hello! Tonight we're going to talk about the first chapter of Down a Dark Hall by Lois Duncan. So, your homework tonight is to finish reading the first chapter, and I wanted to do a little bit of a preview of the novel. So, the genre, it's a gothic novel, and gothic novels describe books in which the author creates an atmosphere of brooding horror, mystery, and suspense. So, what do you think you can expect as you read this novel, knowing that it's a gothic novel? It's definitely going to have a lot of suspense, and definitely some mystery and intrigue. We also need to understand mood. So this is from Scholastic. Mood is the feeling the reader gets from a work of literature. Another way to describe mood is atmosphere. When you walk into a place, it has an atmosphere that makes you feel a certain way. When you walk into a text, it too has an atmosphere that makes you feel a certain way. For example, the mood could be calm, creepy, romantic, gloomy, or tense. Authors create mood through word choice, imagery, dialogue, setting, and plot. The mood can stay the same from the beginning to the end of a text, or it can change. In class, I'm going to have you do an activity where you make a claim about the mood of the novel. You're going to describe it in a way, maybe using one of these words or another word that you think better describes the mood. And then you're going to find text evidence to support it and explain why you feel that that's the mood. So, just some pre-reading ideas. Knowing that it's a Gothic novel, what do you expect the mood of the novel to be? And remember, Gothic novel is one in which there is an atmosphere of brooding horror, mystery, and suspense. So I think we can begin to think maybe what word is going to be best used to describe it out of these choices. But don't forget, there are so many other ways we could describe the novel. We might say that the novel has an eerie mood, or maybe we would say spooky, or we could say that it has a happy mood. Okay? The other thing we're going to look at as we begin this novel is characterization. We are going to look at how we can describe characters internally and externally. So we've talked about this before, and we know that internal means the inside of the character, their feelings, their thoughts, their plans, their desires. It's all what is going on the inside. And we're also going to review external characteristics, or the character's outward appearance, including his or her actions, or what the character looks like. And what I'm going to have you do is I'm going to have you look at a list of sample character traits, and I'm going to have you create a character sketch. And we're going to do this for the main characters of the novel. Tonight you're going to start with Kit, and you are going to be looking at the first chapter and thinking about the internal characteristics and the external characteristics and what from the text is making you feel that way. So we're going to look at the direct characterization, when the author comes right out and tells the reader what the personality of the character is. And we're going to look at indirect characterization, which shows things that reveal the personality of the character. And this can be through characters speaking their dialogue, their actions, what they say and do to other people. So that's how we can figure out about a character. And we're going to, like I said, begin with Kit, and you're going to talk about her internal and external characteristics and provide text evidence for those. And you can see that here. How would you describe Kit? How do you know? Begin filling out your characterization chart for Kit. We will add it to it throughout the novel. And also, at the end of chapter 1, I want you to be thinking about and be prepared to discuss tomorrow the answers to the following questions. Why was Kit sent to Blackwood? And what was Kit's feeling upon seeing Blackwood for the first time? How did she feel about being there? Okay, so just as a reminder, as we look through this novel, as we read through it, we're going to be determining why and how we know it's a Gothic novel. We're going to be identifying the mood of the novel, which we can do pretty early. And we're also going to be looking at the characterization. We're going to be looking at the main characters of the story, their internal and their external characteristics, and how we can determine them indirectly and directly. And we'll also be learning a little bit more about characters. Okay, so I look forward to reading this novel with you. It's very interesting. Please only read chapter 1. We'll read 2 and 3 tomorrow in class. Have a good night.